George Clooney, an American Cinematheque tribute. Starring Ellen Barkin, Drew Barrymore, Don Cheadle, Matt Damon, Danny DeVito, Morgan Freeman, Salma Hayek, Bonnie Hunt, Richard Kind, Juliana Margulies, Julia Roberts, Noah Wyle, Renee Zellweger.
What I'm about to propose to you is both highly lucrative and highly dangerous.
And be cool. You be cool. Get out of my way.
Sir, it's Mayday, Mayday, Mayday!
You fascinate me.
Now, they tell me that I paid my debt to society.
Funny, I never got a check.
You think to yourself, what if I had stopped? What if I had said something? What if?
I thought you were the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my entire life.
You have me at a bit of a disadvantage. I just don't fit the profile.
You have been invited to participate in this piece, not to approve this piece.
The United States of America!
People do what is most necessary to them at any given moment.
I don't believe that we're predetermined to relive our past. I think that we can choose to do it differently. Let's do our first show about the downfall of television. Why do this? Because the house always wins. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bonnie Hunt.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to an American Cinematheque tribute to George Clooney. I put my glasses on because I can't see anything. Oh, my. George, you're gorgeous. The American Cinematheque, it honors and promotes filmmaking in all its forms. And tonight, it's the 21st recipient is George. It's been 25 years since the American Cinematheque started. And the list of recipients is amazing. George, your fellow recipients, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Ron Howard, great actors like Denzel Washington, Bruce Willis, so many. And George deserves to be on both those lists. He's not only a great director and actor, he's also a producer, a writer, social activist, and, of course, Batman. Can't forget that. And purposely, this is a mid-career achievement award, not a lifetime achievement award. I want you to not be worried about that. It's like saying, we love what you're doing, so keep doing it. Of course, if you were a woman at his age, it would be a lifetime achievement award. But look at you, George. How great is this? Look at this, honey, all because of you. From your genius work in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes earlier in your career, all the way to Good Night and Good Luck. I have to admit, when I first heard the title of the film, I couldn't believe it. I said, George is doing an entire movie based on what he says after he makes love to a woman. Shocked when I saw it, but still equally entertaining. When I first came out to L.A., George and I met in Chicago through our good pal, Richard Kind, and we've been friends ever since. We were both there in Chicago Theater. George was playing Sid Vicious and Sid and Nancy, and I was working at Second City. And I came out to L.A., and I was really anxious. It was right before my 24th birthday, and George and Richard decided they would take me out, and George said, let me pick the place. I know what you'll like. So I was so thrilled. It's going to be all fancy, you know. So we get in George's Jeep, and we go over to a restaurant called Pizza Man. And Richard took a picture of us that night. I want you to see how George has always been very stylish. Do we have it there? You know, George, you were always trying to distract from your good looks. Like, he would leave his hair really dirty and messy and wear a hat and really big clothes because he wanted to be taken seriously. But he was so good looking, it was like almost impossible. I mean, every time he talked to me, I heard maybe 1 or 2 words over the last 20 years. But that night, the three of us shared all of our hopes and dreams. And I remember Richard and I especially talking about what a thrill it would be to all work together, or to even be in a movie, or to do all the things that we were thinking about as storytellers and all the movies we admired. And George looked at me and he was so sweet, and it's just this moment that I'll never forget. He said, Bonnie, it's been so nice sharing all this stuff, and I know we're all going to make it, and my biggest dream is to be voted the sexiest man alive. And that happened, there we go. So, George, honey, here's to dreams coming true. And here's to all the good work that you're doing and that you will do so that two young people like us at the Pizza Man tonight are inspired. You're a dear friend. I adore you. And he's a maverick, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look.
Get out of the car, sir.
Hey, you want to hear a funny story?
Shut up and get out of the car.
Okay.
You're in or you're out.
This is the moment of truth. This is where they separate the men from the boys.
Surrounded.
There. We're in a tight spot.
It's your job to follow directives, not question their validity.
Why am I being investigated?
Now, I don't want to do it, but I will turn this place into the wild bunch if I think that you are with me.
Kick this crack in that.
Taking the money, Hans.
Whether you agree with me or not, get me off the rock.
Here's the producer of Out of Sight, Danny DeVito.
How you doing? Everybody? George? Where are you? Hey, George. Well, George and I have been friends for many, many years. And, you know how they say that, you know, if you hang around somebody long enough, you start looking like them? I mean, look at George. I mean, take a look at him over there. You know, he's really going bald. A little bit. It's got the little patch in there, right? The patch is in. And, you know, if you put his head down, you've got the little roll here under the chin. And I know this for a fact, that since I met him, he's 2 inches shorter. That's all. It's true. I mean, most of the time we were hanging around George, we like drinking. And we were, you know, at a bar or a party or something, and, you know, friends have to level with each other, and I know, George, I know that, you know, like when we're at a bar and we're pacing them down, you know, like really going, and, you know, all the women kind of gather around me. I know that you love me, and that, but, you know, there is a little bit of that thing where you want to hang out with me because I'm a babe magnet, right? I mean, that's, come on. We get, you know, I mean, I get drunk and go home, and he mops up. He always makes you laugh. He's a great guy. He's got a great heart. He's a stand-up guy. He's always there for you. And now I would like to show you a little bit of George's lighter side. So here we go. The entertaining Mr. George Clooney.